This week's Ask Dr. Durie is a very common and very important question. The question is, how do I find a myeloma specialist in my area? Well, the first realization is that there may not be a myeloma specialist in the area for every patient. However, there almost always is a doctor who does have a focus or an area of specialization in myeloma where they may tend to see most of the myeloma patients within a particular town or district. And so the idea would be to identify this person. But in addition, there is always the possibility that a patient could go to see a true specialist at least once during their disease, frequently early on, to set the plan for their detailed diagnosis and ongoing management. And so these two aspects are important: identifying the best local doctor and considering if you need to travel at least once to see a myeloma specialist. So how would you identify these local doctors or regional specialists? Well, the first step would be to call the IMF hotline, who may be able to immediately recommend both of those options for you, a local doctor or a regional specialist. You should also go to the IMF website and check, is there a support group, a myeloma support group in my area? And frequently there will be, because the IMF has over 160 support groups across the United States currently. And so there may well be an active support group that you can access. The leader of this support group will almost certainly know who are the best local myeloma doctors. Also, other members of the group may be able to give you specific advice and feedback from visits that they have had with these doctors, and so access that help and information. So the key thing is really to work with the doctor, work with the support group leader, work with other patients in your community. These individuals have experience and can guide you through the decisions that need to be made. Ultimately, the key message for myeloma patients is that knowledge is power, and so that knowledge is something that you can gather and help guide your care to access the best doctors and work with these doctors to have the best outcomes in your case. And so I wish you the very best in identifying these kinds of helpers, doctors, patients, support group leaders, who will be giving you the best guidance that you can in your search for your best outcomes.